All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7-track. 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 All I ever wanted was a dunk with the funk. Spray that bit down with candy. Make sure that you add the flake. King on the license plate. Wood grain and some tick just to hide a player face. Few Cubans on my neck, you can tell I'm getting paid. Drop the top on them hoes, all this ice, I don't need shade. Hypnotized by them blades while I'm creeping down the block. 9 on my lap cock, AK in that trunk, bitch. Try me if you won't, jit. My vibe don't interrupt it. Can I live? Can I chill? Sipping, spinning the wheel. Ain't trying to do the dash, we ain't got no need to rush. Roll through, start up a fuss. Hating niggas wish they was us. Laughing while we feel like all I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7-track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7-track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7-track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track.
You know what it do? I swear all I ever wanted was a 7-track to ride to school. I wanted a dome so bad, I went and got me a deuce. I wanted a dome so bad, I got the first one I seen. The Dade County street dream came true, ooh wee. Never pressed about speed, I wanted to drive to the Keys. 4-5 on the sea, AC on freeze. Real leather, no pleather, paint wet as the sea. The young niggas in the forest, they ain't second to me. Trump beating, the people on my street ain't getting no sleep. Because of this Chevy, my neighborhood forever know me. A real nigga coming through, old school Impala coupe. Swoop in the back window, feeling like my Uncle Moose. A game changing, lane changing ass nigga named Diddy. I might go put the motherfucking stars in the ceiling. Going hard on callers, leave it parked for the pictures. And fuck these niggas, shit, I dropped it for the bitch.
All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7-track. 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 All I ever wanted was a dunk with the funk. Spray that bit down with candy. Make sure that you add the flake. King on the license plate. Wood grain and some tick just to hide a player face. Few Cubans on my neck, you can tell I'm getting paid. Drop the top on them hoes, all this ice, I don't need shade. Hypnotized by them blades while I'm creeping down the block. 9 on my lap cock, AK in that trunk, bitch. Try me if you won't, jit. My vibe don't interrupt it. Can I live? Can I chill? Sipping, spinning the wheel. Ain't trying to do the dash, we ain't got no need to rush. Roll through, start up a fuss. Hating niggas wish they was us. Laughing while we feel like all I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7-track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7-track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7-track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track.
You know what it do? I swear all I ever wanted was a 7-track to ride to school. I wanted a dome so bad, I went and got me a deuce. I wanted a dome so bad, I got the first one I seen. The Dade County street dream came true, ooh wee. Never pressed about speed, I wanted to drive to the Keys. 4-5 on the sea, AC on freeze. Real leather, no pleather, paint wet as the sea. The young niggas in the forest, they ain't second to me. Trump beating, the people on my street ain't getting no sleep. Because of this Chevy, my neighborhood forever know me. A real nigga coming through, old school Impala coupe. Swoop in the back window, feeling like my Uncle Moose. A game changing, lane changing ass nigga named Diddy. I might go put the motherfucking stars in the ceiling. Going hard on callers, leave it parked for the pictures. And fuck these niggas, shit, I dropped it for the bitches, nigga. What?
All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7-track. 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 track. Seven tracks. All I ever wanted was a dunk with the funk. Spray that bit down with candy. Make sure that you add the flake. King on the license plate. Wood grain and some tick just to hide a player face. Few Cubans on my neck, you can tell I'm getting paid. Drop the top on them hoes, all this ice, I don't need shade. Hypnotized by them blades while I'm creeping down the block. 9 on my laptop, AK in that trunk, bitch. Try me if you won't, jit. My vibe don't interrupt it. Can I live? Can I chill? Sipping, spinning the wheel. Ain't trying to do the dash, we ain't got no need to rush. Roll through, start up a fuss. Hating niggas wish they was us. Laughing while we feel like all I ever wanted was a 7 track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7 track. 7 true. All I ever wanted was a 7 track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7 track.
K1ng, what it do? I swear all I ever wanted was a 7 tray to ride to school. I wanted to don't so bad, I went and got me a deuce. I wanted to don't so bad, I got the first one I seen. The Dade County street dream came true, ooh wee. Never pressed about speed, I wanted to drive to the Keys. 4-5 on.
Yo, what's going on? It's your main man, K1ng King Zoe. Yo. It's your main man, King Zoe. Yo. It's your main man, King Zoe. Yo. It's your main man, King Zoe. Yo. Main man, King Zoe. Yo. It's your main man, King Zoe. Yo, 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 yo. It's your main man, King Zoe. Yo, yo, yo. It's your main man, King Zoe. You know what time it is. Yo, yo, yo. It's your main man, King Zoe. You know what time it is.
Picture me rolling, this shit feel amazing. I'm talking to God with the top down, praying for patience. Nigga been waiting, just roll up another, let's keep this shit blazing. Eyes low, just like an Asian, gift of persuasion got me through the door. My genius and hustle gon' bring in some more. Picture me rolling, this feel amazing. Picture me rolling, it feel amazing. Cardi B and a BSG. Don't test a nigga, boy, I'm out your league. Sing Young Rome, show you what I mean. Stick dirty, but the clip clean. Let me slow it down for you slow niggas. Middle finger to you hoe niggas. Fuck humble, I'm in your chest, nigga. Headshot, fuck a vest, nigga. Baba Cool and a hint of Sprite. Give a king life on them late nights. I'm swerving the city, my passenger seat got a biddy. It's probably your biddy. You missing kiss, I fuck her and flip it, then pass it to my niggas. Married to the game, focused on figures. I never change up on none of my niggas. I love all my niggas, you know all my niggas. This shit feel amazing. I'm talking to God with the top down, praying for patience. Nigga been waiting, just roll up another, let's keep this shit blazing, eyes low. Just like an Asian, gift of persuasion got me through the door. My genius and hustle gon' bring it some more. Picture me rolling. This feel amazing. Picture me rolling. It feel amazing. Nappy-headed nigga who stubborn, I just want me a coupe. Better yet, the dunk on sixes, candy paint with no roof. Fell back for a minute, niggas really thought I fell off. 90 days of pressure, pissed me off and I'ma take off. Gotta stay out my feelings, emotions ain't good in business. Seeing by they moves, they really only got ill intentions. Roll a doobie, sit back, my life really a movie. Catch the vibe, let's slide, you know just how I do it. I keep the 10 on the window just to block out intruders. Mostly dolo, can't let these ops out here, no maneuvers. Planting seeds, I'm the shit, so I'm dripping manure. Don't hang with rats, not my kind, I only hang with shooters. Dealers and hustlers, kings that's trying to move a bundle. I came up off the 30, off the 100. I really got it off the muscle. I ain't with the tongue tussle. Stay away from slimy niggas and all of these musty bitches. Mostly leeches, or they out here trying to block my riches. I got a vision, took some time and I plotted it with precision. Got God, so trust it ain't nothing that I'm missing. Chameleon niggas, shit get real, they start to switching. Salute all the real, get Momo to all the fake. Picture me rolling, this shit feel amazing. I'm talking to God with the top down, praying for patience. Nigga been waiting, just roll up another, let's keep this shit blazing, eyes low. Just like an Asian, gift of persuasion got me through the door. My genius and hustle gon' bring it some more. Picture me rolling. This feel amazing. Picture me rolling. You feel
Yeah. K1ng. I'm Zoe, by the way.
What up,
Three bars. I'm from the city of the gold teeth. Box top Chevy Caprice. Fine China for cheap. Capiche. Running the poppies by the dock. Go parties on the yacht. In the city get shot. Flexing on the wrong block. On the Ave ain't no laydowns. No drive-bys, just rundowns. Jits looking for respect. Take your neck for a check. F&N's, Dracos. Air holes on the deck. We all trying to eat. You really think we all playing fair? Selling water bottles on the corner. Get it how you live. Money is a major issue, homie. That's just what it is. Pay attention to your surroundings. Jack will flip your wig. They push it forward, ha. Anything else is born. Bust it down, Rolexes and ain't torn. Chillin' with the mommies that be hanging with them capos. Don't get it twisted, we hustlers, we just about the business. We waiting for you, no gimmick, we at the line of scrimmage. You looking for your star player, huh? They wind up missing. Hit my homie in Jamaica, say we going fishing. Bring it back break it down for send it back on. Never speaking on my number, sit back and just watch them bubble as the light shine double. Gotta keep a tight huddle, can't afford to see a fumble. When you living in the jungle, we all get it off the muscle. Ain't no time to tongue tussle. I just want everything that's mine. I'm in a Dade County frame of mind.
Where you come from, don't worry about that, okay? All right, come on.
I'm done being humble. I'm coming after everything that's mine. I wanna own it, man, I need to own it, man. It's messing with me, all this paranoia. Probably OD off of marijuana, find peace. When I'm in a kush corner, please don't piss me off, I turn you to a donor. Don't play with my money, don't mess with my family. The stress got me tripping, I'm building a legacy. The pressure is mounting, I need an accountant. People start turning the snakes right in front of me. Told them I need them and they wanna front of me. One that believes is now in the grave. Mess with me daily, I don't understand. Try to stay focused, they fuck up my plans. They say that we family, they say that we friends. Let me keep this 100, fuck y'all in the end. Never my homie and never a friend. Call on my family, they just wanna judge me. They love coming around when your boy got some money. Then dip on a nigga when shit getting ugly. When I say fuck you, you better not say nothing. That's all you deserve. Watch for the curb, I'll put that on my son, boy, that's my word. Call me Lil Dirty Haitian, now they just calling me King. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Calling my phone, they need application. Got it with no help and staying patient. Man, you should see they silly faces. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Now they just calling me King. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Now they just calling me King. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Calling my phone, they need applications. Got it with no help and staying patient. Man, you should see they silly faces. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Now they just calling me King.
The chip on my shoulder is more like a boulder. I never knew happy, I just know the struggle. I did it myself, it was all off the muscle. I don't give a shit really about your opinion. You wasn't with me when a nigga was starving. Wasn't with me when I slept in them cars. Looking through the sunroof at the stars. Wondering what I did to piss off the guards. Back in the corner, I'm fighting the odds. I wanna go stupid and turn up real quick. Do they take me for a dummy? Who? My friend, partner, Sean's homies in them. It's crazy, man, but I still love them. Conversation ain't got none from them. Too many times that a king spoiled. When I needed you, you had none from me. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Now they just calling me King. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Calling my phone, they need applications. Got it with no help and staying patient. Man, you should see they silly faces. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Now they just calling me King. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Now they just calling me King. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Calling my phone, they need applications. Got it with no help and staying patient. Man, you should see they silly faces. Used to call me Lil Dirty Haitian. Now they just...
Flexing on, flexing on, flexing on, flexing on, flexing on, flexing on, flexing on. We got the woo, them Zoes got the juice. My light shining stack to the roof, take it back to the roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson we call it no truce, cause we got the woo. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shining stack to the roof, take it back to my roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson we call it no truce, cause we got the woo. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shining stack to the roof, take it back to the roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson we call it no truce, cause we got the woo. Cause we got the woo. Them Zoes got the juice, cause we got the woo. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shining stack to the roof, cause we got the woo. To the money, say King Zo, Mop, Vinny, light shine that woo. I know that I'm destined for greatness. Don't you come late with my payments. Respect my name, that's all I'm saying. Moving if only they paying. Zo in my blood, never gon' call in the truth. Went back to my roots, had to stack up on my truth. Pick up the jack, hit my bro black. He call up Gaddafi, he bring in the mob. Master preacher's gonna bring in the arm, it's a penalty. If the club try to harm it, say Harry Pooh, 100 shots as a
We live with a in the heart of the 3-0.
We good?
You are now tuned in to K1ng Radio, the #1 independent radio station in South Florida.
All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7.
Miami's #1 independent radio station, home of the independent artists. And a very sad week as we open up with our Miami Hurricanes taking one on the chin. And one of the worst performances, the darkest days in Hurricane history. The Miami Hurricanes take a 6-point loss at the site of the former Orange Bowl. In Marlins Park, they take it on the chin, 30-24. So the thing that stood out to me was the number of 4th downs that we were unable to convert. Multiple 4th and 1s that we couldn't even get into the end zone. Manny Diaz came out and said this was one of the darkest days in Hurricane history.
In the heart of the 305, Miami and FIU. This is a backyard rivalry, football in a ballpark.
Yeah, nothing could go wrong for him a couple weeks ago.
Second down 5. Williams again. Fires it. It's picked up. He threw it away. Stanley Thomas Oliver for FIU. Inside the 20. Jimmy Johnson would love this. Here they come. Morgan stands tall. Got a man. It's caught there by Thornton. He's got a first down inside the 30.
Yeah, Gator right here in the slot.
Quick pop there. That's Thornton, and he's got the first down. And more. And touchdown FIU. Series. DJ Dallas is back there now, and straight ahead he goes. And Dallas is inside the 35, down to the 30.
We'll take a one-on-one matchup from the outside.
Osborne in motion. Williams will keep it. Williams is not going to make it. That's an early start, it looks like. Maxwell straight ahead, and he busts it loose. Maxwell to the 30. He's got the first down. Second down 10. Williams puts some air under it, and it's caught by Will Mallory, the tight end, who spins away from a tackle, is out near midfield. Cameron Harris. Play action. Williams going to throw it. He's flushed. He's in trouble. And it's incomplete. And FIU is held again. With a straight face, he said that? Huh. Williams throw over the middle. It's deflected and intercepted. My goodness. Another turnover. Sage Lewis, right side. Out of bounds. Cameron Harris in the backfield. Williams will throw. It's picked up again. Jamal Gates. Unbelievable. Jose Borregales. And the kick is good. Have a night. First and 10. Morgan. A little short drop off there. That's Gator. Cuts back. Gator inside the 40. Slides inside the 30. Second and 2. Morgan throwing on the move. Touchdown. We've seen a lot of Will Mallory tonight. Straight ahead. This is Harris. This is a touchdown.
By two formations.
On first and 10. Williams pressured. Steps up. Fires. End zone open. Touchdown. This is Jones. And he's loose. And he's 10. And he's touchdown. Fourth and goal. There's a snap. Williams looking. Throwing open. Touchdown.
Have a collection of quarterbacks that are 4-star recruits between Jaron Williams and Kosi Perry or Blake Martell. And we don't even have one quarterback going into next year. It's trash, a hot dumpster fire. You can drive Dev 441 from here and you'll find a better quarterback somewhere in that dumpster.
Yeah, it's sad, bro. I mean, Tate Martell is basically not even on the team anymore. You know, you got guys like Shaq and Mike Pickney leaving after this year. Got guys like John Garvin gone after this year. And it's going to just be a real tough challenge for Manny Diaz. He's going to have to get everybody to buy in. He's going to have to get everybody to not uncommit or decommit, you know, because this is embarrassing right now. A lot of kids are probably looking at the school like, you know, this is why some of those kids chose FIU. You know, just for playing time, and then to be able to say that they go and they beat UM. You know how many people that, you know, how many kids know each other from this game that, you know, wanted to have these rights, but you got to give credit.
In the heart of the 305, Miami and FIU. This is a backyard rivalry football in a ballpark.
Yeah, nothing could go wrong from a couple weeks ago.
It's a first down inside the 30.
Yeah, Gator right here in the slot.
Quick pop there. That's Thornton, and he's got the first down. And more. And touchdown, FIU. Series. DJ Dallas is back there now, and straight ahead he goes. And Dallas is inside the 35, down to the 30.
We'll take a one-on-one matchup on the outside.
And then they give it back to Jaron. So, and then Jaron throws 3 picks. We lose to FIU, and big whoop. Jaron Williams is still the starting quarterback. So, I'm just lost as far as what's going on this season and what really happened. I understand that there's going to be that grace period of, you know, the guys that Mark Richt brought and the guys that Manny Diaz bring, you know, going forward. It's going to have to, the bridge is going to have to gap, but it's definitely got to be better than this 6-5 performance they've put out on them.
Okay, so next up we got Duke, and then we're probably playing like the Horseshit Bowl sometime in January. Now, which quarterback do you want to see them go with going forward? You want to see Jaron as the starter in 2020, or we go back to Perry?
I don't think you can go back to Perry because I feel like we've seen what Perry is all about, and we've seen Perry's ceiling. I mean, they're both, in my opinion, not great. I think Jaron is a really good. He can be a good quarterback, and not to take away from Kosi because I think Kosi's a playmaker. He's more of a risk taker, and I respect him for it. He's definitely more mobile. But Jaron Williams is definitely a system guy where if they're going to keep Enos, you know, I'm not the biggest Jaron guy. You know, I think he can make some throws and he has the you know, the positive mindset that you want from your quarterback. But as far as the risk taking that Nkosi has or the mobility that he has, I don't see that from Jaron, and he kind of looks timid in points of the game, and in big moments, I don't know if he's going to be able to step up to them. That also comes with time, so I respect that, but I mean, yeah, I guess you got to give it to Jaren at this point, but it's not something that I'm like, yeah, super excited for.
Okay, so with what we saw Jaren do against Louisville is not a joke program. They would come out and whoop FIU all over a field. So we saw what Jaren's upside is. But that was them open up the play. The team was so prepared to go against Louisville. We come off a bye this week, get our asses handed to us by FIU.
Yep.
The last time this team even had this much beef with us was when we had that brawl in the Orange Bowl.
Embarrassing.
I can't even talk on this because the only thing more pathetic than this Miami Hurricanes team this year is what we're going to be talking about up next. So we're going to cover the Dolphins when we get back from a quick break. Keep it locked here. K1ng Sports Talk, Joey T and June, right back after this.
All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a dunk with the funk. Spray that bit down with candy. Make sure that you add the flake. King on the license plate. Wood grain and some tint just to hide a player face. Few Cubans on my neck, you can tell I'm getting paid. Drop the top on them hoes, all this ice, I don't need shade. Hypnotized by them blades while I'm creeping down the block. 9 on my laptop, AK in that trunk, bitch. Try me if you won't, jit. My vibe don't interrupt it. Can I live? Can I chill? Sipping, spinning the wheel. Ain't trying to do the dash, we ain't got no need to rush. Roll through, start up a fuss. Hating niggas wish they was us. Laughing while we feel like all I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track.
Hold up, you know what it do? I swear all I ever wanted was a 7-track ride to school. I wanted a dome so bad, I went and got me a deuce. I wanted a dome so bad, I caught the first one I seen. A Dade County street dream came true, ooh wee. Never pressed about speed, I wanted to drive to the Keys. 4-5 on the seat, AC on freeze. Real leather, no pleather, paint wet as the sea. The young niggas in the foreigns, they ain't second to me. Trump beating, the people on my street ain't getting no sleep. Because of this Chevy, my neighborhood forever know me. A real nigga coming through, old school Impala coupe. Swoop in the back window, feeling like my Uncle Moose. A game changing, lane changing ass nigga named Diddy. I might go put the motherfucking stars in the ceiling. Going hard on callers, leave it parked for the pictures. And fuck these niggas, shit, I dropped it for the bitches, nigga. What?
All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. We got the woo, them Zoes got the juice. My light shine is stacked to the roof, take it back to the roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson we call it no truce, cause we got the woo. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shine is stacked to the roof, to get back to my roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson we call it no truce, cause we got the woo. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shine is stacked to the roof, to get back to the roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson we call it no truce, cause we got the woo. Cause we got the woo. Them Zoes got the juice, cause we got the woo. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shine is stacked to the roof, cause we got the woo. To the money. say King so mock, then me light shine that woo. I know that I'm destined for greatness. Don't you come late with my payments. Respect my name, that's all I'm saying. Moving if only they paying. So in my blood, never gon' call in the truth. Went back to my roots, had to stack up on my truth. Pick up the jack, hit my bro black. He call up Gaddafi, he bring in the mob. Master preacher gonna bring in the arm, it's a penalty. If they come try to arm us in here and poo, 100 shots as a warning. Send them souls with machetes, they swarming. Homies locked up, none informing. Loyalty find me, that's very important. Influence and use just by spreading the truth. From the booth, I salute all that do what it do when they stick in they move. With nothing to lose, cause those got the juice, cause I'm covered in whoop. I'm covered in whoop. Them Zoes got the juice, cause we covered in whoop. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shine is stacked to the roof, cause we got the whoop. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shine is stacked to the roof, take it back to the roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson we callin' no truce, cause we got the whoop. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shine is stacked to the roof, take it back to my roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson we callin' no truce, cause we got the whoop. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shine is stacked to the roof, take it back to the roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson we callin' no truce, cause we got the whoop. Cause we got the whoop. Them Zoes got the juice, cause we got the whoop. Them Zoes got the juice, my light shine is stacked to the roof, cause we got the whoop. Touchdown and hated, the people show love. Went to the telly, took shots with the owner. Master preacher picked me up in the Beamer. Chicks on my tip like your boy was a dreamer. Port-au-Prince, they all hustle and get it. F-Camp, Lil Zoe, what it is. And Jock Mail, 4-5 with the soldiers. Bucket showers while I'm killing the cypher. Asking for Zeb, they say King 100 bread. Get pretty women, wipe sweat off my head. Chillin' and trap, posted up with the shooters that do you pursue you. Swerve off on a moto. In Okai, they know I ain't king when I go by. I'm breaking bread with them and learning my language. My culture, how vultures come in. Still all our kids, probably the 10. Talking to people about places to live. Look at me now, put in work for my crown. King on myself and just blessed to be Zoe. Born in Miami, then slid off to Cleveland. I hated the seasons in KY. The north side, they know me. Out east and with Corey, then went to the Navy. They paid me, the time wasn't gravy. Struggle, it made me, I'm focused and ready. Get hurt my confetti, I just wasn't ready. Heavy is heavy, I'm tired of sitting and waiting. Done being humble and patient, accepting that hating this shit, it ain't Nathan. We got the woo, them Zoes got the juice. My light shine is stacked to the roof, take it back to the roots. I'm spreading.
You are now tuned in.
Joey T and June live, K1ng Radio, Miami's #1 independent radio station and home of the independent artists. So after talking about the ass whooping the Miami Hurricanes took, the only thing darker this weekend was the whooping that the Browns and Jarvis, former Miami Dolphin Jarvis Landry, welcomed the Dolphins into Ohio to get their ass whooped. So let's get right into it. The Browns basically came out, put on a passing clinic, whooped the Dolphins' ass 41-24 for a huge victory. Now on top of just whooping them, they turned around and they averaged 9.1 yards per pass play. Baker Mayfield had a huge game, throwing 3 touchdowns. Jarvis Landry catching 2 of them against his former team. He seeked revenge in this one, and he reaped it. Put up 2 touchdown catches. This guy looks like the complete stud he is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Baker Mayfield can throw the football, right? We haven't seen him really ball out this year or do anything special. I wouldn't call yesterday like special, but he definitely had a good game. 24-34, 330 yards and 3 touchdowns. He did throw that 1 interception. However, as you mentioned, Jarvis Landry went for 10 catches against his old team, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns. If you had him in fantasy, I'm sure you started him knowing what he was going up against in the Miami team, who, one, as a team in general, just sucks, and 2, you know that the Dolphins, he was going to get the business, right? There's no Adam Gase over there anymore, which they probably lucky because he would have went off for, I guess, 200 yards. But, with those guys over there, he wanted to definitely show out. And Cleveland being at home and Freddie Kitchens knowing what was at stake, he was going to let them rock. Because if you look here, they had 32 rushing attempts, and they threw the ball 34 times. So it was pretty even, but it was definitely they knew they wanted to go ahead and pass the ball this game. Baker Mayfield comes out the game, only sacked 1 time with a 95 QBR and a 118.1 passer rating. Can't blame that Odell Beckham even had a decent game with 6 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, typical Dolphin shit. We know that Ryan Fitzpatrick is a fun quarterback, right? Because when you guys were coming back at that one point, the Dolphins were coming back. They were down 28-zip at the half, and it was, I think it was 28 to like 17, 28 to 10. It was 28 to 10 at one point, and Fitzpatrick goes and scrambles off for a rushing touchdown and runs over 2 dudes, and you know, he's celebrating with his team because he appreciates, you know, the little things that matter in this league now. But that was the closest you guys got, 28 to 17, and then from there you guys scored again. But Cleveland had a couple more things to say about that. So Devontae Parker, 6 catches, 91 yards. I'm looking at that and I'm like, you know, this. Hey, we've been waiting for Devontae Parker to do something in Miami, right? So the upside is that you can see guys, you know, I guess get more chances to just try and try and try. You guys have a long season, 5 more games, but you're gonna have to pull it through. Trying to get it. You guys are trying to stay in that top 4. If I'm you know what I mean? Because we see Cincinnati, and Joe Burrow is gonna go to Cincinnati if they're at 1. At 2 could be a Washington, even though Washington did get their second win, so that kind of helps you guys. You know, you and Washington plus Washington beat you guys, so you guys are lower than Washington, and then you got teams like the Giants and the Jets. So we're gonna have to see how that top 5 passes up. But as far as the Dolphins, man, yeah, this was all Jarvis Landry's game. He rode all over it, and if I'm a Dolphins fan, I'm just happy we're still losing.
Definitely. I mean, this team, you see Ryan Fitzpatrick trying to will them to a win. But at this point, I don't want to see wins. I want to see progress. Like you said, Devontae Parker had a decent game. Not a great game, but he caught the balls. He's not losing balls off his face mask anymore. He's getting the ball in his hands, catching the ball when he needs to. This team is going to be development for probably the next 5 to 10 years. Or at least 5 to 8. You know,
sadly. And that's going to be in part by how the Dolphins do things, because this team has the chance to go this year and get 3 first-round picks. They have, I think, 2 second-round picks. They got first-round picks next year, second-round picks next year. They have $100 million in cap space. This team has a chance to turn it all around within the next 2 to 3 years, like major changes. We saw the Colts go down, and in 2017, Jacoby Brissett came in and played quarterback, but we had to turn that around quickly. And if Andrew Luck was still here, who you know, only God knows how it would be doing. But not to mention the Dolphins with that first-round draft pick that's going to be in the top 5, and then, you know, have 2 more after that. You can grab some special players and turn this franchise, you know, the whole culture can change with a few players in that locker room. I know Christian Wilkins is a great defensive tackle that you guys drafted, and I'm sure he changed the culture on the defensive line. You're going to have to look for more like that.
Now, Wilkins is solid. I would love to see it, depending on where we pick. Because at number 1, I can't see you grabbing a guy like Chase Young. But if you got like 2 or 3 and he's still there, I'm going to pair Chase Young and Christian Wilkins next to each other for the next couple of years.
That'd be nice.
Chase Young destroyed Penn State this weekend.
For sure. He ran through them. I was watching that game. It was a good game. They actually came back. Penn State made it competitive with those fumbles. It was nasty weather in Ohio State. But, of course, Ohio State prevails as we expected. And they're waiting for that Final Four so they can go to the championship.
Now, rumor has it that they're going to eke a little closer to LSU at number 1. I don't see them jumping up at that spot because the SEC is always going to get love over the Big Ten, in my opinion. But we're getting into some cold weather. It's even hit the 60 down here in South Florida. The Northeast, you're seeing blizzards and whatnot. Dolphins up next, get the Eagles. That's probably going to be ugly. Jay Ajayi going to seek some revenge on his former teammates. You could see him go up. Miles Sanders is having a solid season so far.
Yep.
Just going to depend who they put at number 1.
And also Carson Wentz, man. Carson Wentz needs to step up because yesterday he looked abysmal. He was missing guys wide open. The Eagles can't score on offense, and they're not helping the defense because the defense has actually been playing the defense played two good teams. Obviously not great offense versus the Patriots, but the Patriots are still Tom Brady and the Patriots. So they played the Patriots, held them down, and then they go and they hold the Seahawks down the way they did. But their offense can't seem to get in the end zone more than twice a game. And that's going to really kill this Eagles team if they can't do it for the rest of the year. Their playoff hopes took a hurt yesterday, but with Dallas losing the way they did against New England, definitely helped it out. Everything kind of stayed pat. Philly's going to have to win this game versus Miami, and Dallas is going to be the team that's kind of like trying to figure it out, you know. So Carson Wentz is going to have to turn it up, and they'll have a chance. But if not, I don't know, man. Don't know.
The NFC is so jumbled right now. We'll talk about that a little later in the show. But still, so much to be determined in the football season. College football winding down. Guys, we're going to keep this one pushed. We're going to talk a little more about football. So, that's all you got on the sucky-ass Dolphins.
Yeah, man.
They continue to do nothing but blow hot donkey dick. This team's horrible. I really can't even talk about it anymore because I don't want to raise my blood pressure. I've never seen the team perform so badly over this many games into a season. So let's keep this one pushing. We're going to take a quick break. We come back. We're going to talk a little helmet swinging and keep the NFL pushing straight ahead. So keep it locked here. K1ng Radio, Sports Talk with Joey T and June. Right back after a quick break.
That hating this shit, it ain't Nathan. We got the woo, them souls got the juice. My life shining stacked to the roof, take it back to the roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson, we call it no truce, cause we got the woo, them souls got the juice. My life shining stacked to the roof, take it back to my roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson, we call it no truth, cause we got the woo, them souls got the juice. My life shining stacked to the roof, take it back to the roots. I'm spreading the truth, like Tucson, we call it no truth, cause we got the woo, cause we got the woo. Them souls got the juice, cause we got the woo. Them souls got the juice. My life shining stacked to the roof, cause we got the woo. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a dunk with the funk. Spray that bit down with candy. Make sure that you add the flake. King on the lights and play. Wood grain and some tick just to hide a player face. Few Cubans on my neck, you can tell I'm getting paid. Drop the top on them hoes, all this ice, I don't need shade. Hypnotized by them blades while I'm creeping down the block. 9 on my laptop, AK in that truck, bitch. Try me if you won't, G. My vibe don't interrupt it. Can I live? Can I chill? Sipping, spinning the wheel. Ain't trying to do the dash, we ain't got no need to rush. Roll through, start up a fuss. Hating niggas wish they was us, laughing while we feel like all I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track.
So what it do? I swear all I ever wanted was a 7-tray to ride to school. I wanted it on so bad, I went and got me a deuce. I wanted it on so bad, I got the first one I seen. A Dade County street dream came true. Ooh wee, never pressed about speed. I wanted to drive to the Keys. 4-5 on the seat, AC on freeze. Real leather, no leather paint, wet as the sea. The young niggas in the foreigns, they ain't second to me. Trump beating, the people on my street ain't getting no sleep. Because of this Chevy, my neighborhood forever know me. A real nigga coming through, old school Impala coupe. Swoop in the back window, feeling like my Uncle Moose. A game changing, lane changing ass nigga named Billy. I might go put the motherfucking stars in the ceiling. Going hard on callers, leave it parked for the pictures. And fuck these niggas, shit, I dropped it for the bitches, nigga. What?
All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track. All I ever wanted was a 7-track. 7 track.
Lately I've been feeling so unappreciated. Had to get up and get it, change my situation. Smoke away this pain, feeling so stimulated. Look myself in the mirror, say I did it, baby. Lately I've been feeling so unappreciated. Had to get up and get it, change my situation. Smoke away this pain, feeling so stimulated. Look myself in the mirror, say I did it, babe. Grew up on the dark side, where the young niggas right, yeah. Late night on the park side, some niggas gon' die, yeah. Let me tell you something that I know. Unappreciated, you know, I know. Mama told me watch you by my side. She warned me by them niggas switching sides. Yeah, kept it 100, that's no lie. They only remember the bad, forgot about all the moments we had. Remember them broke days, remember them long nights. Forgot about broke days, started taking them long flights. Unappreciated, I feel it. Cause all my prayers be just for forgiveness. Lately I've been feeling so unappreciated. Had to get up and get it, change my situation. Smoke away this pain, feeling so stimulated. Look myself in the mirror, say I did it, baby. Lately I've been feeling so unappreciated. Had to get up and get it, change my situation. Smoke away this pain, feeling so stimulated. Look myself in the mirror, say I did it, baby. Black-hearted cold, so what's really going on? Intellectual conversation that I'm in, there's something wrong. I had to take my route to trapping, yeah, I'm trapping, baby. The only thing that kept me holy was this rapping, baby. I hear demons in my head, oh, I know they want me dead, yeah, I'm counting all this money. Steady counting all this bread, yeah. Stacking my money, trying to build my pockets. White supremacy, yeah, they trying to steal my profits. Find elevation, they don't wanna see you grow. No. Blood, sweat, and tear, yeah, that's all a nigga knows. Oh, unappreciated. Lately I've been feeling so unappreciated. Had to get up and get it, change my situation. Smoke away this pain, feeling so stimulated. Look myself in the mirror, say I did it, baby. Lately I've been feeling so unappreciated. Had to get up and get it, change my situation. Smoke away this pain, feeling so stimulated. Look myself in the mirror, say I did it, baby. Fuck 'em, nigga. Well, alright.
You were hurting and pain, feeling emotions you cannot explain. Time to embrace it and stay in your lane. Without joy and laughter, things don't feel the same. What's a kiss without a purpose? It goes deeper than the surface. Know your worth, you're worth it. And know that you can work it out. You can have what you achieve. It's not even far as it seems. All you must do is believe. Just follow your heart and your dreams.
fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean. I'm fresh and I'm clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. Fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean. Yeah, I'm a wrist ever fresh. Girl, let my wine to the best. Yeah, New York in the night time. Getting money, that's the lifestyle. Yeah, me here with a flex. Girl, let my wine to the best. Yeah, I'm a car, it's so sick. The Lambo sick and the Rari sick. Yeah. And the Benzo sick. C63, we don't need no stick. AMG, yeah, she wants me. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean. I'm fresh and I'm clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. Fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean. Yeah. Baby dance for me, come see me later with no panties, yeah, yeah. Buckles up in the club, bring all your friends to the VIP, yeah, yeah. Life is great, fat pussy girl, me a fuck her, yeah, yeah, yeah. Them want me for years, throw me clean to the ground, them a bar with tears, yeah, yeah. But the gangster no care, we fuck them good, they still love me the same, yeah. Yeah, no heart, no spare, it's like no life, no spare, yeah. So fresh.
You are now tuned in to K1ng Radio, the #1 independent radio station in South Florida.
Back. Sports Talk with Joey T in June. Live. K1ng Radio, Miami's #1 independent radio station, home of the independent artist. And where we start, we talked about Miami, Cleveland just last segment before this. So where else can we go from besides that? A week after Myles Garrett is suspended indefinitely for batting Mason Rudolph in the head. And why not? The NFL came out and says they hope to have Myles Garrett reinstated by 2020. So we've had a lot of drama going on before this. Mason Rudolph came out and said that
Myles Garrett came out and said that Mason Rudolph used racial slurs. You know, that was what tempted him to, you know, even swing the helmet. Because obviously Mason Rudolph was the one that looked like he started this, where he tried to rip Myles Garrett's helmet off when he was on top of him. And then I guess he must have said something. This is what Myles Garrett says. He must have said something to him racially that he obviously, if you hear something, you know, that would trigger that type of response. If I heard something, you know, if somebody gave me a racial slur or said something like that to me, I could see myself using the helmet to kind of try to crack them over the head real quick. What was the worst thing about this is that Myles Garrett is as big as he is and as a freak athletically, genetically, gifted, to Mason Rudolph, 6'2", you know, just regular quarterback out here, that it looked kind of bad.
Myles Garrett could rip Mason Rudolph limb by limb and not even break a sweat. At 23 years old, this dude, I mean, I think he has Jason Taylor type potential.
No, he for sure can be one of the best ends in the league because of his work ethic and his athleticism, powered with his strength. This dude is a freak of nature, you know, and he was the #1 pick, and we knew he was going to be a great pick, and he was a great pick for Cleveland. They did the right thing. They got him, and then they went and got their quarterback. Does that show you, hey, Miami Dolphins, go get Chase Young this year, worry about your quarterback next year? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even worry about your quarterback on your third first-round pick with the Tua, with the Herbert. You don't know what you're going to have left. So he's definitely a cornerstone of their franchise, which is the bigger thing as well, that he kind of came out and embarrassed this franchise where they're finally got their head on their shoulders and they kind of have a direction in the sense of winning, where it already wasn't going great this year because with all the talent they have, they only put up those 4 wins, and you know, Freddie Kitchens is kind of in that warm seat. But to go and do something like this, like I said, if the racial slur was said, I feel like all should be excused as far as like us humans, not with the league, but
definitely 100%. I mean, if that's the case, and Myles Garrett, I mean, I still don't understand the taking your helmet off to swing your helmet at a guy without a helmet on. Myles Garrett, go up and knock him the fuck out. KO him point blank. No remorse. I have no room for that type of racism in my daily life living. So if that was the case, now I don't see how nobody can say pick up. The NFL is so mic'd up now.
Yeah.
Nothing was heard. I mean, if the case is Myles Garrett just got heated in the heat of battle, 23 years old, who knows what the hell we're thinking, you know? But still, for the NFL to come in and say by 2020, I think next year the Browns are starting to find their stride here at this point into the season. So maybe as long as he's back by 2020.
What I think the NFL is doing is, there were 6 games left when they suspended him. This is about a 6 to 8 game suspension, in my opinion. Not no full season. Definitely could be a rest of the season thing because, like I said, there was only 6 games left. So that's why they went with the indefinite suspension for now, so that it can look severe. And then going into next year, they're going to probably come out early March or after free agency and whatnot. Letting them know, okay, he'll be suspended first game of the season, or he'll be good to go for he'll miss the preseason or something like that. But this was a 6 to 8 game suspension, and I think the NFL is going to withhold that. They're not going to go into 2020, holding him on suspension like it's an exempt list or anything like that. So the NFL kind of benefited from the season being 6 games to done, because they can say, all right, we'll just do indefinite suspension, and it looks like it can be a whole while, when in reality they just needed a 6 game suspension or so to clear his name.
Now, partially, I think the reason they did indefinite with 2020 to be, if the Browns somehow could slide into the playoffs, they don't have to say, okay, we're going to suspend you 6 games. If you make the playoffs, we have no precedent for how to do a suspension like this, because nobody else is taking off their helmet and use it as a weapon.
Yep.
I mean, look, I can tell you 100%. If Mason Rudolph is guilty of this, and
we'll never know.
We'll never know, unless there's like some hidden films, like the JFK thing.
You saw that?
If something comes out and Mason Rudolph said this, I want to see somebody go up and just punch him in the face when he walks down the streets in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
But at 23 years old, Myles Garrett, I want to see back in 2020. This Browns defense played well yesterday against the Dolphins. That's not saying much, but they played well enough. So if you add that man-child to this, back into this defensive lineup, you can see nothing but good things.
Mind you, this has nothing to do with the NFL, but in basketball news, they're saying that rumors are circulating around the Miami Heat, kind of interested in DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge, trying to bring them here. So we'll see some scenarios probably within these weeks of how that can work, if it does in fact go together. But we know that the Spurs and the Miami Heat have a respect for each other as organizations, and they'll probably try to work something out. So.
Well, Popovich is boys with spell, isn't he?
Yeah, and Popovich lost 7 in a row this year. I'm pretty sure he's sick of all that shit going in San Antonio. So I'm pretty sure he's ready to let some pieces loose.
So there you go, right here, Sports Talk, Joey T and June, breaking you some news. Miami Heat looking at potential trade targets already early. This team, we play Charlotte tonight.
Yep.
So let's see what comes to that. But we talk about Myles Garrett. We're going to take a quick break. Push on, get through. We got more NFL coming up next. Dallas took one on the chin last night. Let's see what the big man had to say. So let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give you our opinions on that.
Yeah, so fresh and so clean, roll out. So fresh and so clean, roll out. So fresh and so clean, roll out. So fresh, so clean. I'm fresh and I'm clean, roll out. So fresh and so clean, roll out. Fresh and so clean, roll out. So fresh, so clean. Yeah, I'm a wrist ever fresh. Girl, let my wine to the best. Yeah, New York in the night time. Getting money, that's the lifestyle. Me here with a flex. Girl, let my wine to the best, yeah. I'm a car, it's so sick. The Lambo sick and the Rari sick, yeah. And the Benzo sick. C63, we don't need no stick. AMG, yeah, she wants me. So fresh and so clean, roll out. So fresh and so clean, roll out. So So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean. I'm fresh and I'm clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. Fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean. Yeah, baby dance for me. Come see me later with no panties. Yeah, yeah. Buckles up in the club. Bring all your friends to the VIP. Yeah, yeah. Life is great. Fat pussy girl, me a fuck her, yeah, yeah. Them want me for years, throw me clean to the ground, them a bar in tears, yeah, yeah. But the gangsta no care, we fuck them good, they still love me the same, yeah. Yeah, no heart, no spare. It's like no life, no spare, yeah. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean. I'm fresh and I'm clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. Fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean. Yeah, I'm a rich, ever fresh. Girl, them a wine to the best, yeah. New York in the night time. Getting money, that's the lifestyle. Yeah, me here with a flex. Girl, them a wine to the best, yeah. I'm a car, it's so sick. The Lambo sick and the Rari sick, yeah. And the Benzo sick. C63, we don't need no stick. AMG, yeah, she wants me. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean. I'm fresh and I'm clean when we roll out. So fresh and so clean when we roll out. Fresh and so clean when we roll out. So fresh, so clean.
Where I'm from is where I'm from, and it's all good. I'm just a suburb kid from a small hood, doing what we wanna from sun up to sundown. You ain't from around, but can come around.
I'm a prodigy, you be the death of me. I need my reparations, so I gotta speak. Little badass kid, raised in the creek. Used to skip school, chill, and watch TV. When the homie got the whip, we used to speed. Take it to Olive Palms, don't wanna leave. On the way back, that engine bleed. Our heart dropped down to our knees. Supposed to be in school, down at the beach. Had something tucked away, got away clean. That was the homie, kept the same story. Used to steal from the store, no allegory. Little stubborn kid, not discriminatory. Not discriminatory. Suburb kid.
Where I'm from is where I'm from, and it's all good. I'm just a suburb kid from a small hood, doing what we wanna from sun up to sundown. You ain't from around, but can come around. Where I'm from is where I'm from, and it's all good. I'm just a suburb kid from a small hood, doing what we wanna from sun up to sundown. You ain't from around, but can come around.
The first time we ever called ourselves ever smoking, it was for the house. It wasn't token. Used to run to the island with edge approaching. The island's where I went, feel like blowing, be a little thuggish. Real outspoken, one my law, different kind of hood, no sugarcoating. If you wanted to party, that's where I'm going. Had a shorty round the way, no name quoting. Used to get together, catch it floating. Used to pull up in the Honda, always floating. The island was always home, no misquoting. Click my heels 3 times, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. Hey, suburb kid.
Tuned in to K1ng Radio, the #1 independent radio station in South Florida.
Welcome back. Sports Talk with Joey T and June live. K1ng Radio, Miami's #1 independent radio station, home of the independent artists. And what do we got to talk about before we get out of here? Last night, after taking a L
13-9 to the Patriots on the road in a nasty game. It was pouring outside, and it was very windy, and it was cold.
Jerry Jones come out and says about his frustration at this point. I think his exact phrase was, "I shouldn't be frustrated at this point." Now, Jerry, you're still on track to make the playoffs. Now, Jason Garrett has 2 divisional losses on his head coaching record.
Yeah, I mean, basically, so what he said was, he said a few things, actually, Jerry Jones. He was quoted saying, one, special teams is a total reflection of coaching. That was one. And then he also said, with the makeup of this team, I shouldn't be frustrated. I shouldn't be this frustrated. So basically, you know, the Cowboys having one of the better quarterbacks in the league, one of the best running backs in the league, one of the better wide receiver one number in the league, 2 young linebackers who are you know, top 7, top 8, you know, as far as young dudes in the league.
They have a top 3
They got the cornerback,
line.
they got the line, and they got pass rush. They should not be losing games in this fashion. I understand. I didn't say they shouldn't be losing to the Patriots. They shouldn't be losing games in this fashion. And the fact that Stephon Gilmore held Amari Cooper to 0 catches last night, that was the first time in his Dallas Cowboy career that he's been held catchless. And it was versus arguably the best cornerback in the league this year. And Stephon Gilmore deserves that recognition because what he's done all year is shut wide receivers down and get his interceptions. Now, as far as going back to Jerry Jones' comments about, you know, with the makeup of this team, I shouldn't be this frustrated. Going back to what I just said, all that talent on the team, and it's produced, what are they at 5 losses right now, the Cowboys? They're at 6 and 5. So, you know, you come out, you put up 9 points in Foxborough, you throw for 200 yards only. You don't have any passing touchdowns. You can't run for Zeke can't break 100. You know, he doesn't score. Averages 4 yards a carry last night. And then, you know, you lose 2 fumbles. Cobb and Jarwin lost a fumble each. And then on the flip side, you let Sony Michel get kind of loose. He didn't ball too hard, but he got kind of loose. And you let the Patriots kind of just manage the game from their end. Tom Brady didn't throw for nothing but 190 yards like Prescott. He threw a touchdown, though. He didn't throw a pick. They didn't run for nothing but 85 yards or, you know, 101 yards total, but Michel had 85 yards. So it was kind of the same game on each end. However, and Brady lost a fumble himself. However, that Patriots defense, you know, they prevailed with the interception and those 2 fumbles. And that turnover game is going to kill you if you're going to play a close game, especially on the road in Foxborough.
Now, outside of a deep playoff run, does Jason Garrett remain the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys next year?
No, sir. I can't see it. I don't think the Cowboys can afford to keep going this route because Jerry Jones knows that he's going to have to pay Dak Prescott. You know, I don't know if that should have been brought to his attention clear cut this year. Pay Prescott. We paid Zeke. We realized we need Prescott. We've seen what happens when we try to rely all game on Zeke. You know, you got to give Prescott the chance to make plays because when you do, you guys win. So he knows that he has to pay him, and he knows that there's no more time to waste. There's no more time to be trying to get to the NFC Championship. The Cowboys have a Super Bowl roster, and the Cowboys need to get to the Super Bowl or feel like that season was an incompletion. Now, I do think that they go ahead and fire Jason Garrett this offseason. I think they wait till the offseason if they can finish out strong this year because I don't see the Cowboys making the playoffs. If we're looking at their schedule, they got to play the Bills, they got to play the Rams, they got to play the Bears, they got to play the Eagles and the Redskins. So Bears and the Redskins should be their winnable games. Mind you, the Bears is going to be on a Thursday night, and then that Eagles game is going to be on the road, and that's going to be in Philly, you know, a couple days before Christmas. So it's just going to be a huge playoff implicating next few weeks for this Cowboys team playing against teams that are still trying to get in the playoffs. Just like I mentioned, you know, the Bills, they're fighting for their playoff spot. They're 8-3 off to their best start in 20 years. The Bears at 5-6, not really looking at the playoffs with this NFC being tough. But at the end of the day, the Bears defense is still one of the better ones in the league. And the Rams are a 6-4 team who basically whoever loses that game at that point, if they both win, you know, the next 2 games, is going to be out of the playoffs because this NFC is too valuable to be losing games especially against other NFC opponents that are, fighting for that same spot. And then it's going to really come down to that divisional game versus the Eagles. So I see the Cowboys missing the playoffs. And if the Cowboys go and lose 2 out of 3, you might see Jason Garrett's head during the season. And I think Jerry Jones would pull something like that for the show, for the effect. But it could get ugly. It could kind of just stay pat like the Cowboys have been doing too, though.
Now, there's 2 names I could see Jerry Jones spending the money on. If this team doesn't get into the playoffs, day one, as soon as the regular season ends without playoff potential, I see them fire Jason Garrett. And the 2 guys I see them going out, you can put this on tape right now: Nick Saban and Bill Cowher. He'll spend the money to get there. We know he's got his SEC tie.
Bill Cowher. That's crazy. You think Bill Cowher? Bill Cowher, I can see him coming back.
I mean, for the
he gets fired up on Sundays.
For the type of money Jerry Jones has to throw at him, he may be able to lure Saban from Alabama.
It's possible.
He may be able to get Bill Cowher out of the booth. I mean, Cowher is still young enough to coach NFL roster.
This passed my mind the other day because Brady's coming up on his contract year next year. He'll be a free agent. Do we see him try to get a Brady contract and a Bill Belichick, swing them to Dallas? Or would that be too much? It's probably too much. It's probably a big dream of Jerry's. But at the end of the day, I feel like Brady and Belichick could be the next couple package. And for the right price, like you mentioned, Jerry, if anybody could spend it, Jerry can spend it. And they got talent over there.
I mean, to me, Jerry Jones is the George Steinbrenner of football. Yeah.
Hey, Brady, you're going to have to hand the ball off to Zeke for the rest of your career.
Yeah, he could take that one.
And that offensive line. So that should be good, man. But Wednesday, hopefully we're talking about a Heat win. Hopefully we're talking about, maybe some changes in that Miami Hurricanes front office, which I doubt.
Definitely. We're definitely going to be covering some Heat basketball. Yeah. You broke news on them. Let's see what happens with that. Tonight we go Charlotte. Are we at Charlotte or at home?
They come here. We're defending their home court.
Okay, so Miami, we got to show out white hot tonight. Let's see how big we turn out. But we'll be back with you on Wednesday. Keep it locked here. K1ng Radio, Miami's #1 independent radio station. Home and independent artists. We're out here. Yeah, buddy.
You are now tuned in to K1ng Radio, the #1 independent radio station in South Florida.
Where I'm from is where I'm from, and it's all good. I'm just a suburb kid from a small hood, doing what we wanna from sun up to sundown. You ain't from around, but can come around. Where I'm from is where I'm from, and it's all good. I'm just a suburb kid from a small hood, doing what we wanna from sun up to sundown. You ain't from around, but can come around. Where I'm from is where I'm from, and it's all good. I'm just a suburb kid from a small hood.